Alcore wanted me to show how I make models. So since I was already in the middle of making this, I decided to make little videos showing how I make stuff. I'm gonna be making the nose gun of the Zimwalt. So what I'm doing here is I just made a circle, made it the right amount of vertices, put it in the right spot, scaled it just right. Just gotta get it right. Just and then there it was inside out, so I had to select all of it, invert the faces, fix the normals. So that looks good, so gonna add a cube and then move my cursor over there, quickly teleport the cube. Now I'm gonna make the little piece that actually connects the gun to the thing there. I don't even know what you would call that. The mount? Yeah. Yeah, the mount. Most things I make just come from boxes. The whole of the ship was made from one big box. Right there I selected all the edges that I wanted to be like actual edges and not smooth, like completely smooth. And then I hit Control B to bevel it. That just makes a nice little crease there. Now I'm trying to get the mounts rotated with the bottom of the cockpit. Didn't want to move the little piece there, so I selected that individually and moved it. That's looking pretty good. So just gotta make sure it looks just right. Now you can model pretty much anything very simply. All you gotta do is learn a technique and practice. There are no limits with 3D modeling. I'm trying to get the main part of the gun just to get it look right. And to center it, what I do here to make sure it's like right in the center. I was gonna do something else, but I was like, no, why bother doing that when I can just put my cursor to selected and then move it right in the middle and then pull it down and over. Here is what I was talking about. You just gotta figure out how to do stuff. Like I was trying to figure out a way to do this other piece, but that didn't work. So I was like, yeah, Control V that, and then do something else. Just gotta figure out how to do it. That's all there is to it. And then there's this little beveled edge on it right there instead of this hard edge. So I'm going to go ahead and do a bevel, but with three cuts through it and not just two. But I'm going to do that after I do the rest of the bevels. I'm trying to put that little bit of detail on the face of the main gun. So to scale those together, but without moving them together, is shift and then the axis you don't want them to move in. So that was shift X. Control then shift, or not control, S and shift S. X. You can see it down in the bottom left with the button projector, whatever you want to call that. Now I make another extrusion, but this time I scale them straight in. And I scale them in again to make it smaller, and then out. And I make it kind of round, and that's it. That's that little bit of detail I was looking for. Now I'm gonna go and add. I'm gonna add the one of the actual cannons to it. So I was trying to figure out what the best way to scale it would be, and it turns out the best way would be to just grab the back and just pull it. Here I'm trying to make it straight. It doesn't need to be completely straight. Just straight enough. No one's gonna notice if it's like 1 pixel off. And decided to pull that back to not have all that extra sitting in the back there. I just move it just so it's sitting just right. There's also this beveled edge here that I'm gonna put there by putting a bevel, make it 1 segment. And there you go. You got a nice edge. Now to add the one for the bottom cannon, little mount for it or whatever. That's a bit too skinny. Let's make it a little bit fatter. Yeah, that's looking nice. Nope. What am I doing? I'm moving it. It doesn't look nice. That just looked a little bit too stubby there. So I just changed it a little bit. I decided to scale that way up just to see if that would look better. Seems to have looked better. I spent a lot of time just looking at the models, seeing if they look just right. Now I'm gonna go and select all my edges for the bevel again to make them look nice. And for this, I'm gonna select all of them except for the one edge that needs to be beveled, which is that one in the corner. So I'm just gonna skip over that. Just select a whole ring of edges. You do Control Alt or Shift Alt and your right click. I don't even know what the hotkeys are off the top of my head. I just know them from muscle memory, and I just do them. Here, I'm just trying to get the size right. That looks fine, and then I'll apply smooth again, and look, it looks pretty good, but the lighting on that piece that's a little bit off of the main circle there doesn't look all that great. That looks a little bit better. Now to just add some vertices for better lighting on this. Vertices, some edges, some loop cuts. Control R, loop cut. Now I'm just seeing what it looks like. Now it's time to go grab me a barrel. So for this, I'm gonna leave edit mode on that object. Come to edit mode on this object. Duplicate the barrel, and then remove it from that object. Separate it. Delete the mirror modifier. Move it into place. Join them. And now I can take that. I did something wrong there. And we don't make mistakes because there's an undo button. You just Control Z, and if you made a mistake, you undo it. Like right there, I just made a mistake, and then I just undid it. Now I'm just putting the barrel right into the spot I want it. Scale it up. I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. And then, yeah, it's looking way too long. Let's moving the can and making it look smaller. Just scaling it down because it looks a little bit too big. Duplicating that because I need this little piece, little inclined piece to go up from the barrel into the. Still don't know what to call that. So we scale it till it looks just right, and then there you go. You got yourself a little incline piece. Duplicate that barrel. Make it look straightish. Doesn't really need to be completely straight. Moving into place. Make it look right. Takes a little bit to. I'm just not happy with the way it's rotated. There we go. Just right. Now join the two. Grab a smaller barrel. And don't need to move in place. Just need to put the cursor there and then move the objects the wrong way. Let's undo that. No mistakes. And yeah, there we go. Finally ran into a little bump there, but we finally made it out. And there we go. We have two cannons on it. Now as I'm sitting there just looking at it, realize I forgot to do that bevel there. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to move that back just in case, just so it doesn't get in the way, and then bevel it. That looks good. Let's move it to 3. There we go. That looks nice and round. And there you go. We have the nose gun. We went from just a circle to a whole nose gun.